Hey, welcome back. So, when we last left off, you guys had discovered the...
Dead body number 4.
There was a... underneath the 7-stringed harp,
Not the 7-string harp.
not the 7-stringed harp, the singing sprite, you discovered that there was a small treasure hoard, as well as seemingly a dead body. As you guys were searching for your money using a cleric spell, came upon the singing sprite, asked around the bartenders, seemingly did not know anything related to it. You investigated further, discovering a false door in the back, opened it up, discovered the treasure hoard, and were rudely interrupted by a woman in white hair, a woman with white hair, and simple clothes. She attacked very viciously, wounding our illustrious barbarian, before a man in dark clothes appeared and seemingly grabbed her, and they teleported out of sight.
He astral yeeted.
As as they headed off, you guys searched around for a nearby guard or any kind of authority figure of the Lord's Alliance. Taking a look around, Simon Kepesk, I need you. You can either roll individually, or you can go together and one of you roll with advantage.
Can I roll with advantage? I'll get the higher.
Alright, you go and roll with advantage. And then you are making your way back to the 7-string harp to attempt to talk to Manus, the Warforged you had spoken to previously. 15. Taking a look around, it's not a particularly busy day, and you quickly spot out the twinkle of the shining armor off the... it just seems to be a patrolling member of the Lord's Alliance Guard that are posted here. As you kind of walk up to him, he notices the two of you kind of approaching together.
Sir, we have kind of an emergency. We've found something dreadful, and I think you should see.
Alright.
We found a dead body.
Among other things, please just follow.
Alright. One moment. As he jogs off about 10 paces behind and kind of... Hey there! Jeffrey, come! As he just kind of motions to another fellow guard. As the two of them follow together, as one is brown-haired, the guy who you approached, just kind of like short, like almost a buzz cut. And the other guy is kind of like a longer, blonde-haired guy, who is Jeffrey. As the two kind of follow you with their spears and toes, they kind of lead the way and follow you. You make your way back to the 7-string, not the 7-string. There's 2 bars in the whole town, and I keep getting singing sprite.
Sprite DM.
As you make your way back, whereas previously it was open, the false door is now closed.
Okay. Kepesk, do you think you can...
Yeah, I'm gonna push it open.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Just, where did Arden go?
Not 20.
Not 20? Alright, Argon, oh shoot, yeah.
He's with me.
Yeah, he's following you. As you kind of...
Oh no.
It's not budging.
Oh,
no.
Damn it.
At a guess, you assume it's potentially locked.
Okay. Can I
It's
break
just
it?
kind of tugging on.
Can I try to
Maybe
kick
we'll
it?
Make
Crazy.
another strength check.
Okay. 15.
15. As you begin just like... as Jeffrey just kind of like, whoa, what are you doing? It's wood.
It's under.
There's
that.
no way to fix this. It was...
It's
Prove
locked.
to them that it's fake wood.
How do we do
Where's
that?
the body?
There's like
In
a
here,
staircase
beneath
under.
The... Oh, Kepesk.
I see a stack of wood.
Try and move the wood, individually.
That's fair. Try to pick up.
He looks to his friend. They look at you and just kind of like, Give them a subtle nod, and they both like go over and just kind of like wedge their spears and begin trying to move it as well. Is there just kind of like wedging? Just it's wood.
I try to go and like pick up the top log and like.
Okay, as you pick up the very top log, that one lifts up.
I like start picking them up individually.
Okay, it's
like
just
kind of
stop. This is technically vandalism. Worse, it's wasting our time. Don't do this again. Have a nice day. As the two of them begin walking off.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until they're around the corner and then continue unpiling it, like restacking them next to it.
You take off a few logs, and then eventually it's like that seems to be the part that's kind of like held together.
Okay.
I almost cast Mind Spike on her, and I would have known exactly where she was.
You would have.
You dingus.
Since Orion
But
has
he
no
was
idea that
trying
just
to
happened.
immobilize her.
I'm gonna
The old person was a pretty good bet.
Okay, yeah. But so I'm gonna try and I'm gonna knock on it to see if it's hollow.
Given the thickness of the logs and just the general nature of this construction, it doesn't sound hollow in any way.
Okay. I can't break it open. I can't pry it open. Can I inspect it to find a lock possibly?
Make an investigation check.
That one.
You are having no luck with this. You're exceptionally.
Exceptionally
You
frustrated.
you are essentially inspecting a pile of logs.
Oh.
As
Can I look?
by about this time, Argon and Orion have made it to the Seven Stringy Heart.
I would like to briskly enter.
All right, you enter and make your way to Manus.
Yeah. I would like to, not slam, but go like.
Okay, as you just kind of dramatically place your hands there. It just kind of looks up at you.
I will give you gold to help us. Oh wait, can he? Yeah, he can speak. Maybe. I forgot.
Yeah.
Just kind of like
Racist.
Behind the singing sprite, someone has stolen. I would like to sit down. One stole.
You can't. It's a booth.
Oh.
You
Okay.
got a horse ass.
Things were stolen.
Oh,
We located where they came from. It was behind the singing sprite in a fake door. We opened the fake door. There was stolen goods inside and a dead body. Someone attacked us and disappeared like that with a dude in a black trench coat, all black, just kind of yeeted out of there. And now we just have a dead body in a trap door and we don't know what to do. I will give you gold.
You owe me nothing. I owe you nothing. Talk to me when that changes.
shit. I'll talk to you.
How can I mess up a book that he's reading?
That is what he is doing. As you look down,
Just
he's
even the
reading
simplest thing,
third
like
person.
moving it a page back. Like.
Okay.
I
Just
feel like
kind
I'm
of
not even gonna get like that.
as you reach out to move, you just kind of closes the book again.
Oh no. Can I leave? Wait,
Yeah.
no, wait, no, I kinda wanna see what he's doing.
As Argon kind of walks over. Listen, I'm sorry for having wasted your time. Please
Isn't money
enjoy
a
your
good
book.
thing? Don't you want gold?
He's essentially like trying to like drag you away.
No, wait! Okay, you punched him!
I'm
sorry!
I'm sorry. You have a dwarf friend there.
What's he gonna do?
He's strong as fuck.
That's true.
He has literally
But how-
like god gauntlets.
How is anybody gonna help in this situation?
Okay, is the bar any more full than it was before?
Actually, just slightly. As it seems like maybe a few people have woken up and come here for breakfast. There's one or two more patrons.
As he's dragging, okay, how much money can I spend? I want to yell, like, 2 gold pieces a piece for any person that follows me.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. 10.
10. You see one or two people kind of like look over at you with like confusion, suspicion, and just kind of like general distaste. You eventually see one like as the chair slides out, and a slightly inebriated kind of old man who kind of looks a little pain. He looks like he's maybe a sailor or something. Kind of powders over to you.
Gold? What? You have my attention.
He's just like he's got this like kind of mustache and beard that extends down. You can't really see his
Is
mouth
he
very
like
much.
the only person that stood?
Yes.
Okay. I'm upping it to 5 because you're a good person. Follow me.
Bless you.
He just kind of takes your shoulder and he follows you out
Okay. I want to walk briskly back to
as you exit the bar. He's following
I'm
you.
gonna go back to the. Well, I'm gonna give him his 5 gold. Give him 4 gold
Okay.
to make sure he stays, maybe kind of, and then
All right.
bring him.
As you
to
make your way back.
What's
are
your
there.
name?
I'm gonna try and just beat the thing open. The
Oh.
wood, like
I thought
punch
you said
it,
beat
and
the
like
sailor, and I was like, no!
I beat an old man to death for no reason.
My friends call me Derek. You can call me Derek.
Orion.
Alright.
Just D-
Derek.
D-E-R-E-K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Derek.
Derek.
So there's a dead body under this bar.
What do you want me to do about it?
I didn't actually think
It's like, I want more people to know about her situation.
I don't... Do you have a shovel?
No. Oh, that's so sad. Have you seen? Would you recognize a man dressed in literally like all black, with tinted spectacles, a mask over his face, a older woman with silvery hair?
She looked pretty young.
Oh, she's had silver hair.
She just had like silver.
Okay, a woman who's fairly young, fair-faced, with silvery hair. You're still getting the gold. I really need your help.
I appreciate you're a man of honesty.
As he kind of like thinks back, he takes a moment.
Now that you mention it, oh, it's cold out here. Now that you mention it, there was a particular night I was out strolling town, having a laugh, just myself, singing some old tunes. It was a nice time. I was a little drunk. I happened to come upon an alley, which, in retrospect, I really shouldn't have walked into. I was drunk, you know, you do stupid things.
Understandable.
I did see a woman somewhat similar to your description, climbing out a window of the second story of someone's house. I'm not sure who it was. You know, there's a lot of houses that I don't recognize when I'm drunk. That's how, you know.
But it was peculiar.
It was peculiar, especially since she was carrying a big sword and a sack over her back. I've heard legends of a man who did something like that, but I don't think that was her. So I said, "Can I help you, ma'am?" And she just whacked me over the head with a sword. It really hurt. It was kind of cold. And she dashed off. Didn't see her again.
Do we need it for anything else?
Why did we need him in the first place? You could have just asked him that in the first place. Like,
Yeah.
Hey.
What do you ask?
Like we said, we encountered a corpse down here along with a lot of stolen goods. There's a trapdoor behind the wood.
Well,
And
that's something.
we were attacked by said woman. We believe that it
seems
is.
to be a trend.
Yes. I like you.
I like you too. You're an honest fella.
Same. But we just wanted some information.
Well,
or anybody
I'm
that can.
happy to provide.
Could you keep an eye out for us? for any other unusual
It's
entity?
kind of cold.
Well, just throughout your day, like
Oh,
go about your normal day.
Sure.
Okay, and I give him that.
Come
One.
see me anytime.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
I give him the other gold piece.
Appreciate it.
Cool.
See you around, Orion.
Yep.
As he heads off. Kind
We
of
made a friend.
staggering a little bit as he makes his way back towards the bar.
Derek.
Big swore.
Big swore.
Well, that was actually more helpful than the police.
Okay, so I've taken it all out and I'm just kind of punching it at this point.
Are you just...
Yeah.
You're
Can
not
I
getting...
look and see if I could find any sort of lock or like...
Make an investigation check.
Okay. At 20.
Oh!
Plus 7.
Alright.
27.
As you take a look around, you don't see anything, like, you scan very thoroughly. You don't see anything that seems to be any sort of keyhole, but, I mean, there are, like, gaps in the wood where maybe something could stick through, just because of the nature of stacked logs. You don't find anything
Stick
else.
of dynamite.
It seems pretty secure.
Damn. Okay.
Can I jam my sword in the many crevices?
It's too small.
Damn.
It's tiny.
What if no?
That's what she said.
What is the singing sprite made out of? Is it stone?
It's
Or
wooden.
wood?
This particular building is wooden.
Does it
Just gonna
have...
set the stack on fire.
Does it have any sort of like magical aura?
Make an Arcana check. No. That's your third one of tonight, isn't it? Man.
The first two were tripping up the bar stool.
Could I detect magic, but not necessarily on the door? Because I know the guy. Like,
Do you want to cast it as a ritual?
what does that do? Like an
That means
area thing?
it takes 10 extra minutes, but you don't spend the spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
you-
just because I know that guy probably used some sort of magic to yote out of there.
Sure.
I'm gonna hack at it with my sword, just like at the stack in general.
Okay. As you're just make a strength check.
Okay.
As you're just kind of like you focus for about 10 minutes as you just kind of watch, as he's just muttering a few arcane words and preparing a few things, like mixing a few things together, various ingredients for the spell. You eventually cast it.
21.
21. As you just, you're just, you find your blades somewhat dulled as
Damn.
you are hacking into dead, really old trees. It's pretty solid wood. You make a serious impact in like a couple of the logs, but it's just kind of messed up now.
This is the scene where like Simon, Orion, and Argon are in the forefront, and they're like in focus, and then you see Kepesk like in the background like blurry.
Like going at like insanely impossible speeds. All right, as you cast it, you feel like traces in the air from
Do I see visible footprints on the ground? Forgive me.
no, you don't. You don't sense any magical footprints as the. It's kind of like shady here.
Okay.
As you're taking a look around, and there isn't. There's a slight trace of magic from like the general area from where you guys, a few spells were slung and a few magical items were in effect, almost like a faint scent in the air. And you do feel there's nothing magical about the door, but you do feel a slight aura coming from the other side that perhaps there's a few magical items in there, but it seems really muffled from where it is.
Alright. I don't have anything else there.
Can I try and dig around the
Well,
door?
okay. Before we do anything else, we're not really getting anywhere. I say,
Derek, help us.
well, yeah,
Help
that,
us.
that's that's
Help
fair.
us.
Derek was very helpful.
He was a nice guy.
I think. Okay, I just kind of. I don't know how to handle this. I think maybe we should.
Man, the sword fighters are really getting at it today.
there is a nearby blacksmith shop that's currently
Oh, that makes
working on something. There's like one guy doing any work. That's it.
I feel that if anybody in this city would know something, it would be that man that we were told about.
Derek?
Derek did know some things. But I mean, I'm sorry, I wrote down his name, I have to check.
You dingle.
Derek is such a normal
The
name.
guy
Yeah.
that did the heart. Oh,
Oh, the guy,
Yes.
that's the magic
Amelia or
man.
Amanitus?
Amelia or Amanitus? I feel that he may know something.
He did have a quest on the board or something like that, didn't he?
Didn't we take all the
You
quests?
have those.
I'm gonna.
You don't have those
I
physically.
have them written down.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not here.
Oh, okay.
If he
Well,
actually did, then I just didn't write it down.
as you think back, your keen mind perfectly recalls the board, as you do remember one particular one that
It was the Griffin.
the necessary Phyllobiletus
was gonna say.
for
Oh, the fungi.
the bioluminescent fungus found in subterranean caves, needed for an experiment being carried out by Amelia or Amanitus.
I can see your face. No, the seller will not have it.
Damn it. No.
I think
Um,
we could go speak to him about the quest and then bring up the subject of the masked man.
You know, I suppose I had my suspicions from the start, but I have some familiarity with these individuals, maybe.
can I cast Zone of Truth?
As you begin,
Just unshamefully, just going to cast Zone
all
of
right,
Truth.
as you just and begin like muttering a few arcane words.
Just like making boxes with my
You're doing a like weird like dance move as you gang as the zone is created. I need everybody to make a charisma saving throw.
Actually, he just beats it.
7.
9.
15.
You don't have to do it yourself.
Oh.
You're you. Let me.
Well, I'm not gonna lie anyway.
What's your DC?
13.
13?
14.
14.
13.
He just barely succeeds.
Oh,
my God.
Damn it!
Well, that's alright.
I
Is it
could
just
have
If you don't tell me the truth, I'll stab you.
Wait a minute. You roll 12?
Yeah, 14. I
Leviticus
don't add
looks
anything.
directly
I-
at Argon, and
Leviticus?
I really.
Who?
Oh no! No!
You have betrayed him.
No! Kepesk looks directly at Argon. Just, I really
Wait.
want to eat you.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Ooh.
All right. I don't remember if I rolled an 11 or a 12.
He probably beat it.
No, I don't remember if I rolled an 11 or 12.
CC is even stronger.
That's an 11. He fails.
Ooh.
He's just gonna-
What was that?
I sneezed. I'm sorry.
You were muttering for like 6 straight seconds.
I'm very allergic to dead bodies.
What?
Anyways,
I know
continue.
what a spell looks like.
Continue.
How do you
What's
know
your
those
favorite
people?
color?
I felt I
What's
know
your
what
favorite
you're doing.
color?
I red.
Cool.
I think maybe Orion just wants a little safeguarding.
You
We still don't know each other very well.
I'm not even that. I don't.
I really don't like truth manipulating magic, but I'll let it pass.
As that is part of the spell is everybody knows.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Everybody knows that they're very aware that it was cast. Extremely and exceedingly aware.
Good. You should feel no need to lie.
I kind of try to lick Argon's face.
Why?
I'm tasting
You don't
my
have to
prey.
act on your impulse, but you know.
I
you
want
can.
to.
All right. It just kind of pushes you back.
I try to lick his hands.
What is my worst quality?
I'm just gonna attempt to lick him as much as possible.
Just because I can't lie doesn't mean I have to say the truth.
Oh, damn it. Anyways, no.
You're ugly. Oh, got him.
Well, quite some time ago.
Can I take the spell off? Because I feel bad now.
Yeah, you can dispel
Okay,
it as
I'll
you just
dispel
as you just.
I'll try to cover it with a
Oh, I see.
sneeze.
All right. Everyone is painfully aware that you dispelled it. Just make a performance check though.
Just a really long, exaggerated sneeze. 19.
19. As you just as there's a slight like burst of light as just as this aura seems to like retract within you. As make sure to mark off one of your second level spells. As you just kind of
Oh, all right. Well,
quite some time ago, about 5 years, I was a part of this group, the Scarlet Palm. I started as just a pickpocket. I accidentally tried to pickpocket their leader. That was pretty stupid in hindsight, but I was pretty young.
Wait, you were part of the Scarlet Palm? Or you pickpocketed the Scarlet Palm's leader?
I pickpocketed the Scarlet Palm's leader. He caught me, of course.
Did you get offered a job?
It's long story short, he convinced me to join. I didn't have any other source of income. There wasn't really any other options for me.
I'm not going to judge you for that.
I didn't have parents at the time. Mother was eaten by a dragon. One way or another.
Can't blame her.
Ooh. One way or another, I was a part of that for many years. That was a terrible mistake, but you can see this like almost exhausted expression kind of cross his face for a moment. I had a lot of experience. I stole a lot. I hurt a lot of people. I had a lot of people hurt me for a very long time. As you're all kind of rather close to him, as he's telling this, you are actually everybody just go ahead and make a perception check.
Nat 20.
All right.
I am trying to eat.
Sun's at it with another nat 1.
All right, killing it tonight.
21 total.
21. What's your total?
20.
Okay.
Well, nat 20. So.
You don't have anything to perception? Yeah, you do.
I do?
Proficient.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, regardless, it's a nat 20, but 24.
Yeah, I just want to know your total.
Well,
Okay.
you know what?
All right. As your very perceptive eyes kind of.
I'm just
glance
trying to
across.
eat him. I'm just close to
Yeah.
him. I'm that
yeah,
close to
you're
him.
very close to him as you were just eyeing every inch of him. Every inch of exposed skin that you can actually see has like micro scars across like, everywhere. Now these range from like ones that like go down his jaw, or they're like very small. He's already very pale, and the scars.
Like thin, or just actually small scars?
They're difficult to see.
Okay.
Because they're so thin. It's very minor, just across his face and his hands, that you can see as he's currently not wearing gloves at the moment. Just micro scars like everywhere. Like he has some big ones, some that will like run down his whole face, some that are just like small, some that are of unusual shapes all across his whole face. As you take a look at him, these individuals are not any kind I would like to deal with on any circumstances. These are top tier thieves and assassins. I learned really quite a lot from my time with them, but one way or another. Watch this. As he ducks into a nearby alley. He's gonna make a stealth check. That is a natural one.
Watch this.
Gonk! Watch this. As he dives off and kind of like steps on the back of his own pants and just kind of like and just
Simon is
tumbles.
glad he's not the
Yeah.
only one that's fallen.
tumbles
today.
into snow. Just he kind of just lies there
Orion is
for a
just
little
going to-
while.
Not sarcastically, actually, like.
Yeah.
It's just very confused.
Could I help,
Leviticus?
Who?
Fuck!
Who?
Kepesk!
could I help him
Kepesk
up?
is very confused.
Yeah, you just kind
Ah.
of like drag him up. He's like,
Do you
Yep,
want to redo
no.
that?
yeah.
Okay.
It breaks out of your grip.
Breaks my
Oh
heart.
boy. Hang on. That is a. That's just a. Everybody make a perception check.
Not 20.
10.
8 a Rooney.
8. Alright. You watch as Argon just kind of vanishes into the shadows. just completely disappears. Simon, you watch him disappear into the shadows. It's pretty obvious where he went.
Right.
And you just kind of keep a close eye on him as he just kind of like pokes out from a kind of an unexpected angle. I learned a lot, as you can see. And he makes his way back to you. But this particular individual, they call her Miss Silverhand, due to the passing resemblance of one Laurel Silverhand of Waterdeep. She is the main ruler there. She's close enough where the nickname stuck. Meritus, I have heard that name, but
Is that the guy?
I can't put it to a face.
Is it? Do you think it's the?
That's what she
Yeah.
called out. She called out Meritus to the guy.
Could Orion say that though? Do you think it's the hooded the black figure, the masked man?
Make sure this is recording here.
Yeah, no, it's recording.
Um,
You said that on recording.
well, assuming he's using the same name that he did 5 years ago, yes. I didn't know their influence had spread this far, but one way or another, here they are in Secomber, where they don't belong. But I haven't seen them for 4 years, so here we are.
She tasted pretty good.
I want to hug him.
Okay.
If
Just
that
kind of
counts.
like, alright.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
It's just kind of like, it's just like awkwardly accepting your hug.
Oh, okay.
I agree with you. Alright. Just kind of awkwardly hugging.
I'm gonna
Just not knowing when to end. Just kind of waiting for like
Just
the.
like, just waiting. You're quite a bit taller than him. You're almost a foot taller than him. You're just kind of like wrapped. He's essentially like his face is pressed into your stomach.
I'm gonna go back to trying to break open the thing.
Okay, as you continue on it, you are making no progress.
I'm gonna dig around.
You are making no progress. You've tried everything basically.
I'm gonna go find another guard.
Okay.
No.
Make an investigation check.
No!
As you watch
You will
Kepesk-
get in trouble!
No,
as you
I
watch
won't.
Kepesk,
I'm going to
go.
chase after him.
It's a 5.
As you make your way around, you actually see the same guy from earlier.
Hey, okay, hold on. I have proof this time. I can
He
prove it.
looks to you and continues on. his
God
way.
damn it. Okay.
I don't want to do that because I'm not Paris.
I'm gonna
He's
go to
going to
the.
throw a money.
Oh, money.
He's going to throw like a gold, forcefully throw a gold coin at him.
Did anybody happen to grab any of the gold that we found?
No, we didn't.
Cool.
I couldn't
I
see
was
anything.
realizing that.
Makes sense.
I'm actually gonna head to the Adventurers
Wait.
Guild.
I first suspected it might have been her when your adventurer's plates went missing. That's something she likes to collect from her victims.
We want to go.
You're lucky to be alive. But
to singing sprite.
all right, you can make your way into the singing sprite as you break the hug. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Alright, whoever that is. As you make your way into the singing sprite.
How much did your floorboards cost?
As you walk up to the bartender.
Just that a fair question. Actually, they're very nice. I wanted to get some of my own in the future house.
Well, here's the thing. Why do you want to know?
An interesting man like you
You-
seems to know all of the best things in life.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. You're still disguised?
No, he undisguised. Remember?
Yeah,
You're
remember?
disguised?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
you were
oh,
different
wait.
than when you first.
Oh,
Because
damn
you
it!
disguised before you went in. This is just kind of like.
What was that?
Do
Persuasion?
I know you?
So
You look
that
kind of familiar.
that was a 4 on persuasion, but as he's saying that, I want to be like, yes, you do, and put on that.
This is just.
So how much do your floorboards cost?
Transform in front of you.
I don't like the arcane myself, and I'd rather it not be practiced in my bar.
That's as you remove it, and you.
Listen, it doesn't matter how much my floorboards were. It was a lot, somewhere in the hundreds. I'm not going to let you rip up my floorboards. I'm sorry. You've been very nice up till now. I think you should buy something, or you should be on your way.
Okay. I want to stay as long as possible and just keep buying stuff. What's the cheapest thing you can buy? But that's like appropriate.
You could buy like some simple fruit or gruel for a few copper.
Okay.
For the purposes of this, you could continue buying things for like a couple hours
yes,
for the cost of maybe
an appropriate
maybe
amount of
about a
time, and just try to make conversation. Just not to make him uncomfortable, but just to be like.
Okay, just make a general charisma check.
Okay. Yeah. 20, but not natural.
Okay.
I got a 19 and then plus 1.
All right. As you're just kind of talking to him, he eventually warms back up to you and becomes a little bit more friendly as through the hour of you just kind of talking to him. During this time, what are you guys doing?
I'm heading to the Adventurers Guild.
Adventure Guild.
On my own, would like to go try and find Emilior.
Yeah, okay. You make an investigation check.
13?
13. You eventually make your way back to where you had previously seen the tower of Emilior Mantis. It seems pretty unchanged. There is still there's still the stone gargoyles who are just kind of outside, and as you approach, you can kind of see a little note kind of pinned to the door. It just says, knock twice if interested in if delivering the Philobelius, essentially.
Mm.
That's what it says. You just
So-
ding dong ditch.
So I bet he won't answer if I knock 3 times. But I'm gonna knock 3 times.
Do
All
you
right.
do the space in between?
No.
Okay. As you knock 3 times, a few moments pass. You eventually hear as the door opens, and you see essentially like an Alfred Pennyworth type butler-looking guy. Just,
May I help you?
Hello. I'm part of the Adventurers Guild, and I would like to speak with Mr. Amenitus about details regarding his posting.
He's very busy at the moment. If there's anything that you need, I can relay any information.
Is there a time I can come back to speak with him in person?
If you have said fungus, I'm sure he'd be glad to speak with you.
I do not yet.
Well, I'm afraid there isn't much I can do to help you.
Okay.
He's a busy man with a lot to do.
Thank you anyway.
farewell. He closes the door.
Alright.
I'm gonna close again.
Darn. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to.
Alright, give me a great back.
No.
Kepesk, at the Adventurers Guild, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go in, and is he at the half-orc guy at the counter?
Yes, he is. He's
Okay.
just kind of writing some things on some papers.
I'm gonna put my hand on the counter kind of hard.
Yes?
There's our medallions got stolen, and apparently, have you heard of the Scarlet Palm?
Why don't you just give him information?
Doesn't ring any bells.
Damn it.
Tell him about the dead body.
We found a dead body. That's important too. I forgot. So
That's not my department.
okay, but okay,
That's-
hear me out. So okay,
I don't have any real authority over this city.
who does?
Any of the god.
I'm gonna. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna walk out.
You're missing your.
Yeah, that they stole it. The Scarlet Palm people.
I can give you a loaner if you take good care of it and return it when you eventually get yours back.
That would help,
Would
thanks.
Kepesk think to grab one for Simon?
He takes one.
That's a good
Make
question.
an intelligence check.
Nat 20.
Yeah. He grabs the second one for you.
Okay, and I'm gonna-
take the two.
I'll put mine on and just kind of stash the other one.
Keep up the good work.
As you continue to ride.
Thanks. And I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna find a different guard. I'm gonna like, if I see that one, I'm gonna avoid him, but I'm gonna specifically look for a new guard.
All right. Make an
Any
investigation check.
Ooh. 17?
17.
Yeah.
All right. As you make your way around, you eventually come upon a different guard. As
Okay.
you kind of tap him on your shoulder.
Yeah. I found a dead body. Under the singing sprite. There's a trap door behind it under some logs.
You're the trapdoor guy. Yeah, I'm not supposed to talk to you.
But I can make it worth your while.
No, you can't.
You'll be a hero.
No, I won't. It's fake.
It's not fake. I
It's
can
a fake
show
door.
you with your eyes.
I talked to Gregory. He was there.
But something's changed. It's new. There's a different thing.
You. What do I look like to you? Do I look like a fool?
You look like an authority
Do
figure.
you take me as some kind of idiot?
No.
Then you best be on your way.
McCree's second cousin.
Can I speak to your manager?
No, you may not.
Do I look like
Now, this has been entertaining and all, but really, you should be going before I have to arrest you.
I'm just gonna fucking...
Please go to every single
Yeah,
bar.
I'm gonna go find another
Just
guard.
run Dan out
I
of
can only
voices.
do this so much.
I'm gonna find a different guard.
Oh my god.
I will
I'm
do.
gonna run out of rounds.
The entire guard has been informed that they should not speak to the lizard
I can
man.
maybe I can catch up to
All right,
one.
Make a just straight persuasion check with disadvantage.
That one.
You are repeatedly redirected and threatened by several guards throughout the next about hour of you just bing, 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 trying to bounce off. There aren't even that many guards in the general area,
God damn it.
but you don't come upon any.
There's literally nothing we can do about
My
this.
brain actually just went. That would be funny if we went back to Vault again and brought Vox. Oh wait.
Just travel to an alternate
Can
dimension.
we have a seance?
You have 7 days. Not again!
We need the detective. We need him here.
I feel
Alright.
so bad for him.
Vox.
Yeah, we
He was
pester him
amazing.
from literally other
Oh
dimensions.
yeah.
From other dimensions.
You can never live us down.
Previous campaign will forever live on in our hearts.
Yes.
Alright, is there anything else you guys would like to do?
I want to continue question. Well, the floorboards guy.
Okay, well, is there...
Oh,
Alright.
go ahead.
In the... Alright, it's... You've taken about an hour or so, you've taken about an hour or so. In the time remaining, what would you like to do, Simon?
I'm just gonna go outside of the singing sprite and sit down and read a book. Because
Okay.
I've given up on the money.
Alright.
It's
you,
gone.
You find your book to be fairly enjoyable as you continue. You do have that copper, though, that you found wedged between the bed and the wall.
Yep.
So what would you like to do?
So as I'm talking to the guy, I want to try. Simon's pretty small, right?
He's pretty small.
Okay, I want to becken Simon in just for a second.
Can I try and find the mayor or like whoever's in
Fun fact,
charge of
he's
town?
5'4".
Charge of the town. Make an investigation check at disadvantage. There's a lot of stuff going on. Six. Asking around, you actually do hear about.
Shit.
Townsfolk muttering like, "It's the big
Trapdoor douche.
You hear about Hastrin Elazar, who is one of the primary rods of justice in the town who was one of the primary guiding factors to.
I'm sorry, what was his name? I need to write this down.
Hastrin Elzar.
With an H?
Yeah.
I lost the page. Sorry. Yeah, Hastrin Elazar, HASTRINELEZAR.
Spelled his last name right.
And you hear about this person. You hear a couple of the names. You hear Kildara, Meltradom, or Martradom. A few other names just kind of thrown around of some of the rods of justice who are the primary governing factor of Secomber, but you don't get any kind of indication of where you might find them.
I'm gonna knock door to door.
Oh, but
Okay.
you are a big scary lizard man.
Make another investigation check with disadvantage.
19? With disadvantage, 13.
13, okay. You eventually discover, like, through asking around, you don't know much about this town, do you, mate?
No.
They all try to remain anonymous.
Oh. I found a dead body.
He closes the door. Alright. Your reputation is appropriately modified.
Great.
The Secomber will remember this.
Essentially. Okay. Okay. So, you're outside. You
Okay, I'm
brought it back
beckoning you
inside.
inside.
I just
As-
want to sit and read
It's
my
okay,
book.
just a split second.
Argon is just kind of like in the back, just
Oh,
kind of
Argon
like.
is small. Wait, I didn't mean it in that way. Maybe.
Why do you get
Hang
Just, what do you need?
That was mean.
I just need you to stand, like, on a floorboard and tell me if you take up, width-wise, one floorboard or two floorboards, like singular boards.
What?
Like,
What?
this way. So, like, the boards of the line
Like
on
the
the paper.
width.
You're trying to measure the floorboards.
No, I just want to see if you can fit in between a floorboard. I'm trying
What?
Oh, okay. Like if you could.
if I
take
could
up
buy a
one.
singular
Floorboard missing.
floorboard.
Okay.
Okay.
As you just kind of like lie down and you compare, it looks like you would have to pry up about 2 or 3 because they're kind of thin floorboards,
Okay.
spaced pretty close together.
We
This is
really
pretty
should.
great.
You
good.
can go back to
Are you
reading.
planning on vandalizing
No.
this place? Okay.
Okay. I would like to go up to the bar.
And
Wait, I never
the
learned
door,
his
by the
name.
way, it's like a saloon where it's just kind of got swinging doors in
Oh,
front,
okay.
so there isn't like a real front door.
Okay.
That's
I want to go up to the half-court orc guy and be like, I never learned your name.
strong.
Strunk. That's a strunk name.
That's what my mother always told me.
Grunk.
I appreciate it. Most people don't even ask my name. But, yeah, strong.
Orion.
Pleasure.
So, what is the most secluded area in your bar? Wait, that's
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. I am legitimately considering whether or not I should allow. I think I may allow triple advantage or disadvantage for situations like this.
disadvantage, you said?
Disadvantage.
4.
I don't know what you're planning or what you want from my bar. You're a perfectly pleasant gentleman, despite the fact that you seem to not be a gentleman but a centaur.
I'm still a guy. So, yeah,
Wh-
gentleman applies.
Sure. I don't need shady things happening in my bar.
I just want to prove to you that you have a dead body underneath your bar.
What?
Which isn't a good thing. It's not going to be a good thing for you. And if you could sacrifice like 2 floorboards, and I will pay back those specific floorboards.
Do you know how floorboard replacement works?
You have to take up the whole thing, don't you?
Yes.
Oh. We could ask the blacksmith if he could create a magic thing. No, not
maybe
magic.
a carpenter.
Yes. If I can sort everything out, will you let me do it?
Listen, you're a nice person. I understand you have your own motivations, but you've brought me nothing but pain today.
I've just brought you words.
Yeah, words hurt.
Oh. No.
You're hurting Strunk.
Words of wisdom from Strong.
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 Strunk.
I meant strong.
I'm actually conflicted. I know I shouldn't because it's a really simple thing.
By the way, by this time, it's about midday.
Oh, okay.
Would you say that noon is elevated?
Okay.
I might.
What about the guard? Could we ask the guard what time it is?
As you go up to him, he kind of looks up. It's about midday.
You're a monster.
Are we? I just.
Anyway,
Or-
okay, so
I want to make Strunk feel better before I leave because I feel bad.
all right.
But I don't know.
How do you want to make Strong feel better?
Maybe if you kill yourself.
Oh God!
Oh no!
You can always kill yourself.
Yeah. Would you like me to carry around an advertisement for your snow golems? Free of charge, so that more people would get them.
Make a persuasion check.
With the sign of a blowjob.
Excuse me?
16!
What was that? Well, word of mouth is a good way to spread things, perhaps. Yeah. Pretty a few good words. Again,
And you're sticking with snow golems. Maybe.
that's
just
the only entry so
snow.
far. But
It could be a contest.
that's
It is.
Oh.
The winner gets snow cones for life.
No, oh, that's not right. He doesn't say that.
Oh, okay.
They get this.
For life. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I can do that.
Sorry.
I
That
apologize
was
for
established.
any pain that I may have caused. Emotionally and or physically.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great day. And or night and rest of life.
You too. Farewell.
I love Strong.
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 All right. Do you head off?
Yeah.
As Orion just kind of, or not Orion, Argon just kind of finishes his drink and pays and follows you guys as you head out.
I'm gonna meet
Simon. Since you said nothing otherwise, I assume you're just lying on the floor still.
No, I tried to say I want to go back to reading my book.
Okay, yeah, you're just like.
Now I know. Canon, Simon is about 2 to 3 floorboards wide.
Just about, yeah. He's 2 to 3 floorboards thick.
Ooh.
Alright.
But yeah, I'm good.
Well, I think at this point, there's nothing we can do besides cut our losses and investigate.
Shroom hunt. Shroom hunt.
What?
We have to look for the shrooms. For...
Oh, the algae? Or the
Yes.
fungus? Or
fungus.
whatever it was.
The plant.
I had no luck getting into the guy's house. It seems pretty
I mean, you are
upscale.
8.
Look, I am turning
13.
soon. Very soon, actually. I am, in fact, not 8.
On a completely unrelated note, what kind of candy do you like?
Candy?
Yeah. Do you you know what? Never
well,
mind.
oh.
Just
I am
forget I
actually.
asked.
I'm kind of a fan of gingerbread.
Oh, okay.
If you're
That's good to know. Never mind.
okay.
This didn't happen.
Yeah, I really don't think we're gonna get that money back.
No
Oh.
negative thoughts.
Kepesk, did you talk to the Adventurers Guild about medallions?
I hand him the medallion out of my bag without saying anything.
Oh.
A violently defeated look in my eye.
Violently.
Violently, not just defeated, but just horribly, inconsolably depressed look in my eye.
Alright.
You okay? Big guy.
I say nothing.
Alright.
I'm gonna put the medallion on.
Kepesk goes to. Not Kepesk, sorry. There's too many names.
Argon.
I've made up like so many NPCs today. as Argon walks up to you, like goes to put his hand like with where you can't see it, goes to put his hand on your back, kind of thinks about it and just kind of tracks the hand.
Okay.
I would have bit.
As a last-ditch effort, I want to buy a sheep off of someone.
What is this gonna do?
To make you feel better.
As you guys
Aw.
head off.
I thought this was a method to retrieve
Yeah,
the
just have it eat the wood.
Wait, the sheep can help us.
I'm gonna go back to the wood. Hold on. I have a plan.
Actually?
Do you?
I'm gonna go back to wood.
Okay, you make your way back to the wood.
I have, like, intensely strong jaws.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and bite the wood.
Make a strength check.
11.
After a few minutes of gnawing, you have splinters in your teeth.
It did it.
And with that, what are we calling this one?
Wait, what did we say before?
Uh,
I found a dead
Defeat. I found a dead body.
I found a dead body.
Wait, listen. No, hear me out. Alright, thank you very much for joining us this episode. We will see you next week when, hopefully, the tides will turn and you guys will stop being such colossal failures. Jeez.
Right?
I am
What was
promoting a
How many
man's
ones did you roll?
snow-
4?
I had, like, awesome rolls this
No,
time.
you had
like,
great
a lot
rolls.
And it just was
You were
in
just-
the worst areas
You were just
possible.
doing like nigh impossible tasks.
I am promoting a man's snow cone business
Yeah.
by after emotionally destroying it.
Yeah. You're just kind of making it up to him at this point. Alright, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next time. Thank you.
Baby.
She wanted to, do you have anything else to say? No. Well, thank you for joining us, Elizabeth. Alright, farewell, and have a great night, whatever
Night,
time of
day,
day.
evening.
Whatever time of day
Have
you're
a great
listening to it.
mid-afternoon.
There is a night coming for you. There will always. Alright, so it's gonna arrive.
About 3 to 4.
I hope that the next night that you experience is nice. Alright. Bye.